Hello, I welcome you all. In the previous video, we have started the design of pre-stressed concrete post-tension two-way slab. This is our problem statement. You can go through this. Till now, we have completed in all 4 steps. Now, we will move towards step number 5 in view with designing post-tension pre-stressed concrete two-way slab. Prior to that, have a look. These 4 steps you have completed. In the part 1 video, these 3 steps were completed. Determination of the thickness, step 2 load calculation, step 3 calculation of bending moment and spacing. Under that A and B, total moment in middle strip in X direction, total moment in middle in Y direction, and step number 4, which was covered in part 2 video, that is check for ultimate moments using IS 1343-2012 Annexure D, page number 51. Now we'll move towards step number 5. Now we'll move towards step number 5, check for deflection under service loads. Now the tendon follows a parabolic profile in X and Y direction. The tendon follows parabolic profile in X and Y direction, and hence it induces UDL acting upwards. Now in the pre-stressing concept and the previous videos in view with designing the pre-stressed concrete girder, you have seen that deflection is carried, that is net deflection is carried, deflection due to acting load and deflection due to the cables. Hence tendon follows parabolic profile in X and Y direction, hence it induces UDL acting upwards. Now moment due to cables will be calculated. Moment due to cables can be calculated as M is equal to P into E, and moment due to UDL and live load will be moment due to UDL and live load will be WL square by 8. Now equating both the moments, both the moments, we can write P into E as WL square by 8. P into E is equal to WL square by 8. Therefore, W is equal to 8 into P into EX divided by LX square. 8 into P into EX divided by LX square. Now, in X direction, for per meter width, 4 cables are placed as per the design. You can go through the previous steps in the previous video. X direction, 4 cables are placed per meter width. Each carry force of 100 kilonewton. Hence, total force carried will be 400. 4 into 100 is equal to 400 kilonewton. And EX is eccentricity when cables are placed in the X direction will be 60 minus 30 is equal to 30 mm. If this is our section, this is the CG, when cables are placed in X along X direction, eccentricity will be 60 minus 30. Now you might be knowing, when cables are placed along X direction, we have provided cover of 30 mm. Hence 60 minus 30 will give us eccentricity E. Now substituting all the values in this equation, WEX is equal to 8P into EX divided by LX square. Now why we are using this EX and LX? Because maximum moment will be due to or in X direction. Hence firstly we will calculate intensity of load along X direction as 8 into P 400 into EX we have calculated as 30, converting it into meter, converting this 30 into meter divided by Lx, that is length of shorter direction 6 meter, hence intensity comes to 2.66 kilonewton per meter. Similarly in y direction we will calculate for per meter span, number of cables is equal to 1000 by 320. In the previous steps we have determined when we are placing the cables along y direction, spacing we have calculated as 320 mm. Hence cables required will be 3.12. Therefore Py will be 100 is the capacity of each cable into number of cables 3.12, it comes to 312 kilonewton. And Ey will be 60 minus 30 minus 10, 20 mm. Now if this is our beam, this is the neutral axis. Here when cables are placed along y direction, this is the cable along x direction and this is the parabolic profile of the cable along y direction. Now this cable is placed at cover of 30 mm, hence this cable is placed at cover of 40 mm from bottom, because diameter of these 4 wires that is used is 10 mm. Hence 10 plus 30 will give 40. In the previous steps you can go through this detailed explanation. Therefore Wey is equal to 8 into P into Ey divided by Ly square, 8 into P 312 into 20, converting it into meter, 10 raised to minus 3 divided by 9 square. We get Wey as 0.616 kilonewton per meter. Now these are the load intensities in x and y direction. Now unbalanced service load is equal to, this is the total load acting downwards, minus 2.66 in x direction, 0.616 in y direction. This is Q, unbalanced service load. Now how this has came? If this is our slab panel, this is the UDL acting and total intensity is 6.12. And previously we have seen we are providing cables in along x and y direction, and due to cables provided, upward UDL is provided applied to this slab. And how much is this upload UDL? 2.66 plus 0.616. This total upward UDL is acting in upward direction and downward UDL of intensity 6.12 is acting in downward direction. Hence net service load will be downward minus upward, that is 6.12 minus 2.66 minus 0.616. Q, it comes as 2.844 kilonewton per meter square. Downward force minus upward UDL. This is nothing but algebraic summation that we are doing. Now using deflection coefficient recommended by Timoshenko. Now using deflection coefficient recommended by Timoshenko, deflection is given as delta max equal to alpha into Q Lx square divided by D. Q into Lx square divided by D, where alpha is coefficient and it is to be taken as 0.00712. Keep in mind alpha coefficient for formula given by deflection equation of Timoshenko, it is used to be 0.00712, and D is nothing but flexural rigidity, and this D is calculated by formula EH cube divided by 12 into bracket 1 minus nu c square. 1 minus nu c square. This D flexural rigidity is calculated by equation D is equal to EH cube divided by 12 in bracket 1 minus nu c square. Now here H is nothing but overall depth 120 mm. EC is given in the problem statement as 38 kilonewton per meter square. EC is given into the problem statement as 38 kilonewton per mm square, or we can write 38,000, that is 38,000 Newton per mm square, and nu c is nothing but Poisson's ratio of concrete, and this you might be knowing it is 0.15. Now calculate flexural rigidity by equation EH cube divided by 12 1 minus nu c square. Substitute all the values. E as 38,000, H as 120, 1 minus nu c as 0.515 square. We get flexural rigidity as 5.62 into 10 raised to 9. Substituting all these values, we get D flexural rigidity as 5.62 into 10 raised to 9. Now we will calculate deflection delta max, and it is calculated by the formula given by Timoshenko, which is alpha into Q Lx raised to 4 divided by D. Substituting all the values, alpha coefficient is 0.00712 as per Timoshenko. Q is nothing but 0.0027 into Lx is nothing but 6,000 raised to 4. This is the length in x direction, 6,000 mm, and D is nothing but 5.62 into 10 raised to 9. We have converted all the units. Similarly, delta max comes after calculation as 4.81 mm, which is not greater than L by 250, that is 6,000 by 250, 24 mm. Hence delta maximum deflection is 4.81 in downward direction, which is not greater than L by 250, hence safe. Hence safe in deflection. Now we will give check for stresses. Step number 6. Check for stresses. Unbalanced service load. Unbalanced service load Q is calculated as 2.844 kilonewton per meter square. In the previous steps we have calculated. Hence moment due to unbalanced load, hence moments due to this unbalanced load Q in x direction will be alpha x into WQ into Lx square. Alpha x is 0.089 as per IS 456 2000 amendment 2013. WQ we calculated as 2.844 into 6 square. We get 9.112 kilonewton meter. Moment due to unbalanced Q we get as 9.112 kilonewton meter. Bending stress developed. Bending stress developed is equal to M by Z, where Z is nothing but BD square by 6, as section is symmetric. M we have calculated as 9.112 into 10 raised to 6. M we have calculated as 9.112 into 10 raised to 6, converting into Newton mm, divided by B is nothing but per meter width, depth is overall depth 120. We get bending stress as 3.79 Newton per mm square. 3.79 Newton per mm square, and direct stress due to pre-stressing force as P by A. Force carried by single cable is 400 kilonewton. Sorry, force carried by 4 cables per meter width, hence 400. Force carried by each cable is 100 kilonewton, as it is given in the question, you can go through. And 4 cables are placed per meter length, then total force carried will be 400 kilonewton, hence converting it into Newton will give 10 raised to 3. Area, that is per meter width into thickness, will give 3.33 Newton per mm square. This is the bending stress developed, and this is the direct stress due to pre-stressing force. Now, maximum compressive stress in concrete at top of slab, that is nothing but sigma T. Maximum compressive stress in the concrete at the top of slab, that is nothing but sigma T, will be 3.79 plus 3.33. Maximum stress at the top will be 3.79, that is bending stress plus direct stress, 3.79 plus 3.33, and it comes to 7.12 Newton per mm square. This is the bending stress, that this is the maximum compressive stress in concrete at the top of slab, occurring 7.12 Newton per mm square. Now, permissible compressive stress in concrete in bending will be, now acting compressive stress should be lesser than permissible, then it will be in safe condition. Now, permissible compressive stress in the concrete in bending will be sigma CBC 13.0 Newton per mm square for M40 grade of concrete. Now, from where this value we have taken? We have taken this from IS 456 amendment 2013, page 81, table 21. Now, referring for the IS code of IS 456-2000, this is IS 456-2000 for M40 grade of concrete. M40 grade of concrete, permissible compressive stress, that is permissible stresses in compression, sigma CBC due to bending is 13. Now, question arises, why here we are only considering the bending stress? Because bending stress is greater than the direct stress. Hence, sigma CBC for M40 grade of concrete here is 13 Newton per mm square as per table 21 IS 456-2000, page number 81. Hence, sigma CBC is 13 Newton per mm square for M40 grade of concrete as per page number 81, table 21 IS 456-2000. Therefore, permissible compressive stress in bending is greater than maximum compressive stress in concrete, that is permissible value is 13 Newton per mm square and maximum compressive is 7. Hence, maximum compressive stress occurring in the concrete at the top of slab is 7.12 Newton per mm square, which is less than permissible value of 13. Hence, it is in safe condition, that is 13 Newton per mm square is greater than 7.12 Newton per mm square. This is acting. Hence, safe. In this way, we have completed step number 6, that is last step, check for stresses. In this way, all the 6 steps you have completed in view with designing post-tension two-way slab. Let us have overlook towards all the steps. In this way, we have completed all the 6 steps in view with designing two-way PSC slab. In the part 1 video, we have completed total 3 steps. In the part 1 video, we have covered total 3 steps: determination of thickness, second step load calculation, third step calculation of the bending moment and spacing, under that total moment in middle strip, total moment in middle strip in x and y direction. In the part 2 video, we have completed step number 4, check for ultimate moments, and in the part 3 video, we have completed these 2 steps, step number 5th and 6th, check for deflection and check for stresses. This is nothing but check for the limit state of collapse, and check for deflection is nothing but limit state of serviceability. In this way, we have completed steps. Now let us have a look towards reinforcement detailing. This is the reinforcement detailing for the designed two-way post-tension slab. This is the plan. This is LY direction, that is 9 meter. This is LX direction, that is 6 meter. Cables are placed in both direction, LY and along LX direction, depending upon the calculation. Now these are the cables placed along XY direction. These are the cables placed along XY direction, LX direction, that is 4 wires of 5 mm5 at 250 mm center to center in X direction. And these are the cables placed along Y direction, that is LY. 4 wires of 5 mm5 spaced at 320 mm center to center in Y direction. Now this is the section B dash. This is the section B dash, which shows cables along X direction in section, and this is the profile for cables in Y direction. Cables in X direction is placed at a cover of 30 mm from the soffit, whereas cables in Y direction along Y direction are placed at 40 mm from the soffit. And this is section A dash, which shows this downward cable is along X direction, and cable upwards, which is shown in section, is cables along Y direction. That is cable at 320 mm center to center along Y direction. This is cable at 250 mm center to center in X direction. Don't get confused. In one section, cable will be provided bottom at X direction and top will be of along Y direction. In another section, cable at bottom will be along X direction and top will be along Y direction. This is the reinforcement diagram for the cables in view with designing the post-tension two-way slab. For any queries, doubts, you can comment or go through the notes. Link for the notes is provided in the description box. Thank you very much.